Be me, 27 years old, terminally online, shut in. Live in a sad little apartment where the walls are cracked, and so is my mental health. Tired of talking to Discord bots and arguing with teenagers about JRPG tier lists. Download Bumble BFF. Because dating apps are emotional landmines and I just want a friend who won't ghost me mid-conversation. Match with goth lesbian chick. Her profile says, men are trash, women are chaos, I collect bones, don't talk to me unless you're clinically depressed. I'm in. Message her. I also hate men, especially myself. She replies, LOL pathetic, let's hang. Feels like progress.mp3. We meet at this hole-in-the-wall dive bar where the bartender looks like he eats cigarettes for breakfast. She walks in like she owns the night and might stab it. Combat boots, eyeliner, like a threat, attitude like a cult leader. First thing she says is, you look like you cried a Mitski and apologized too much. She's not wrong. We click immediately in the worst way. She calls me emotional support straight. I call her my goth parasite. New friendship unlocked. Months go by. We're basically inseparable. She crashes at my place constantly, leaves behind her boots, spiked chokers, and trauma, starts stealing my hoodies, calls it reclaiming male mediocrity. I pretend to be annoyed, but secretly love it, sends me unhinged 3 a.m. memes like, this is you, with a raccoon screaming into a mirror, tells people I'm her legally non-binding platonic husband. I'm confused. She flirts with girls in front of me, then threatens to fight anyone who flirts with me, says he's not mine, but I've marked him emotionally. She kisses me on the forehead one night, says, don't make it weird. Too late, starts sleeping in my bed. It's just more comfortable than the couch. Okay, one night we're watching bad vampire movies. She's tipsy, says, hypothetically, if I ever let a guy touch me, it'd probably be you. Nervous laughter. I'm kidding, don't get any ideas. She kisses me 10 minutes later, brain blue screens. We sleep together. Afterwards, she lights a cigarette like she just committed a hate crime against her own sexuality. Says, this didn't happen. It definitely did. And it keeps happening. It's been weeks. We keep hooking up. She still insists she's gay. Says I'm the weirdest mistake she keeps repeating. Calls me her hetero relapse. Kisses me like she hates herself for it. I keep letting it happen. Friends start asking questions. Are you two dating? She answers, no, he's just my emotional landfill. Cool. Starts leaving more of her stuff at my place. Black lipstick, bondage chokers, a mini Ouija board. Catches me one night Googling how to emotionally detach from a lesbian who keeps kissing you. She laughs for 5 minutes straight. Says, you're fucking hopeless. One night, she shows up at 2 a.m., eyes puffy, hoodie too big, shaking. Hands me a pregnancy test. Positive. Stares at me like it's my fault for having working sperm. Brain.exe crashes instantly. Ask, are you sure it's... She interrupts. Unless I got knocked up by a cursed tarot deck. Yeah, it's yours. I sit down on the floor. She sits next to me, lights a cigarette and mutters, what the actual fuck are we doing? I don't have an answer. She says, you better not name this baby something stupid like Brian. Suggest Void, Lilith, or Blood Moon. She's genuinely considering it. I suggest Greg as a joke. She throws a pillow at me and says, I swear to God, I'll strangle you with your own shoelaces. Somehow that feels like bonding. Fast forward 9 months. Somehow, we didn't run away from each other. We argue weekly about baby names. She still wants Raven or Necro. I'm pushing hard for Greg just to piss her off. We compromise on Ash, gender neutral, goth approved. Hospital day arrives. She refuses to wear a gown. Insists on her own black oversized band tee and fishnet sleeves. Nurse tells her to calm down. She screams, put on My Chemical Romance or I'm keeping the baby inside. Nurse gives in. Welcome to the Black Parade starts playing. I'm holding her hand. She threatens to break all my fingers. Doctor tries to lighten the mood. Almost there. She growls. You ever pushed a watermelon through your spine, Chad? Baby finally arrives. Full head of jet black hair. Angriest face I've ever seen. Scowling like it's already disappointed in the world. Gothgirl.exe starts crying, but also threatens to throw me out of the room if I cry too. I cry anyway. She calls me a wimp, but squeezes my hand tighter. We look at the baby. She says, "Holy shit, we made a tiny human." I say, "It's horrifying." She smiles. Perfect. Baby Ash is home, constantly screaming, but in, like, a dark, ethereal way. Goth girlfriend says she's just expressing her rage against existence. I say she pooped in my shoe. First month is pure sleep-deprived chaos. She refuses to let anyone else babysit. Calls the baby my tiny emotional grenade. Refers to me as the default dad. Thanks. We take turns staying up at night. I sing lullabies. She blasts Mazzy Star and smokes on the balcony while whispering, "This is so cursed." Sometimes I catch her just staring at Ash like she's scared she might love someone too much. She catches me looking at her like I still don't know how the hell this is real. Says, "Stop romanticizing me, I'm feral." I nod. But I don't stop. She kisses me sometimes. Never talks about it. We don't label anything, except diapers. Those are labeled Z-Zone in Sharpie. She starts drawing weird little bats and skulls on Ash's onesies. Says she wants her to grow up strong and emotionally unavailable. I tell her it's too late. Ash smiled at me yesterday. She says, "Shit, we failed." Some nights we fall asleep on the couch. Baby between us. TV on. Her head on my shoulder. She whispers, "Don't ruin this." I whisper, "Too late." She doesn't leave. Months pass. Baby Ash starts crawling like a tiny goth Roomba. She bites everything, especially me. Goth girl says she's just expressing her boundaries. Pretty sure she just likes pain. We fall into a routine. Chaotic, unpredictable, emotionally loaded routine. People think we're a couple. We're not. But also, yes, but also not. She starts getting weird when other women talk to me. One of the nurses flirts with me at a checkup. Goth girl stares at her like she just insulted Joy Division. Calls her perky vampire bait on the way home. I ask if she's jealous. She says, "I'm not jealous, I'm territorial." Okay. I get weird when her ex texts her. She rolls her eyes and says, "Don't worry, he's in my graveyard of bad decisions." Kinda hot, kinda terrifying. We argue one night, something stupid, who forgot to buy formula, turns into, "You're too clingy," turns into, "Maybe this was a mistake." She storms out. I sit there, holding Ash, realizing I might have just lost the best mistake I've ever made. She comes back 3 hours later, eyes red, hands shaking, says, "I don't know what we are." I say, "Me neither." She sits down beside me, leans her head on my shoulder, mutters, "You make me feel safe, and that pisses me off." I tell her I'm okay being hated as long as I still have her. She laughs, then kisses me. This one's different. It doesn't feel like a mistake. It feels like home. She whispers, "Fine, but if you ever call this love, I'm setting your PlayStation on fire." I whisper, "Deal." Time passes. Ash starts saying words. Her first was ugh. Proudparent.mkv. Goth girlfriend still wears black. But now it's oversized sweatshirts instead of fishnets. Eyeliner gets thinner. Spikes turn into scrunchies. I don't mention it, but I notice. She still mutters curses under her breath. But now it's about diapers, not men. Starts baking. Literally baking. Don't read into it, I just wanted banana bread. She bakes it every week. Cranks up Phoebe Bridgers instead of industrial goth noise. Says it still counts as sad girl music. Starts folding laundry like a real person. Labels stuff in the fridge. Buys a planner. I find a grocery list one day. Next to it, a tiny crooked heart doodle. Asks me if I want to repaint the living room. Not for aesthetic, Ash keeps licking the wall. We go to IKEA. She complains the whole time, but holds my hand in the pillow aisle. Doesn't let go. Starts smiling more. Still sarcastic, still dark. But the edges aren't so sharp anymore. Sometimes I catch her watching Ash play. Softest face I've ever seen. Doesn't notice I'm looking. One night, we're all curled up on the couch. Baby asleep on her chest. She whispers, "I don't feel like a monster anymore." I whisper back, "You never were." She doesn't argue, just squeezes my hand under the blanket. Quietest thank you I've ever heard. 1 year later, Ash is walking, more like stomping with chaotic purpose. Throws things for fun. Goth energy confirmed. But she giggles now. Like really giggles. Fills the whole apartment with tiny, ridiculous joy. We laugh too. A lot. More than we thought we ever would. We're still a mess. but it's a functioning mess. Goth girlfriend, ex-goth girlfriend, has a routine. She meal preps, organizes Ash's clothes by color. There's pastel in the mix now. The world is ending. She still wears black, but now it's cozy black. Buys plants. Names them things like Greg and emotional damage. Says it's therapeutic. One night we're watching Ash destroy a bowl of spaghetti. No eyeliner, hair in a bun, wearing one of my shirts. She looks over at me, says, "Do you ever think we accidentally became normal?" I shrug. As normal as a goth lesbian and a repressed anime nerd raising a chaos baby can be. She laughs, sits closer, whispers, "I still don't know what we are." I look at her, at Ash, at this weird, soft little life we've built. We don't have to know. We just have to keep choosing it. She stares at me for a long time, then says, "Fine, but if you ever propose, I'm saying yes, ironically. Deal."